In this section, we will be dividing polynomials, specifically dividing a polynomial by a monomial. Now, example 1, we have a monomial divided by a monomial, negative 6w to the 8th divided by 30w cubed. And the process makes use of the properties of exponents that we have learned in previous sections. You want to work with the numbers separately and then compare the expressions with the same base. So here we have negative 6 over 30. We'll work with that. And the w's, we have w to the 8th divided by w cubed. As you recall, we would subtract the exponents, so x minus 3. Coming down here, reducing the fraction, negative 6 over 30 reduces down to negative 1/5. W to the 8 minus 3, or 5. Now you can write it as a fraction times w to the 5th, negative 1/5 w to the 5th, or another way to write this, don't forget the negative sign, multiplying straight across 1 times w to the 5th would give you w to the 5th over 5. Either one of these is an acceptable answer. For example 2, we have 3x minus 6 over 2. And we have seen problems like this before. The trick is to divide up the numerator and make separate pieces. So starting with the 3x, we're going to write this as 3x over 2 minus 6 over 2. And we're going to simplify each of these separate fractions. The 3x over 2, there's really not much to do to simplify there, so I'm just going to recopy it. Minus 6 over 2 reduces to 3 over 1, or just 3. And you could write it as 3x over 2 minus 3, or at times you will want the coefficient out front, so I'm just going to write 3/2 x minus 3. Either one of these are acceptable answers. For example 3, now we have a trinomial divided by a monomial. 6x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4 divided by 4x. And as we did in example 2, we're going to split it up. We have 6x cubed divided by 4x plus 2x squared divided by 4x minus 4 divided by 4x. Now we can just work with each piece individually. So this first piece, we have the numbers, so 6 over 4, x to the 3 minus, that exponent is 1, so 3 minus 1, plus 2 over 4, x to the 2 minus, again you have to know that's a 1, 2 minus 1, minus, in this last one, we have 4 over 4, x to the negative 1. Working with each of these, 6 over 4 reduces to 3/2 x squared plus 1/2 x to the first, or just x, minus 4 over 4 is 1, x to the negative 1. I'm just going to rewrite that as 1 over x. Or, another way to write this, if you want 3x squared over 2 plus x over 2 minus 1 over x. Depending on the problem, the way the problem is asked or presented, either one of these answers will be acceptable. Now for example 4, another example of having a trinomial divided by a monomial, and again divided up into pieces. We have 20a squared divided by negative 5a squared plus 35a divided by negative 5a squared minus 4 divided by negative 5a squared. Now the fact that the denominator is negative, we are really going to have to pay attention to the signs as we work through this. Otherwise the procedure is going to be exactly the same as example 3. So here we have 20 divided by negative 5, a to the 2 minus 2 plus 35 divided by negative 5, a to the 1 minus 2 minus 4 for negative 5, a to the, in this case, negative 2. Working this out, 20 divided by negative 5 gives us a negative 4, a to the 0, plus 35 divided by 5 gives us negative 7, a to the negative 1, minus 4 over negative 5 is the same as negative 4 fifths, a to the negative 2. And one last step here, negative 4 times a to the 0. Remember, a to the 0 is 1. So negative 4 times 1 just gives us negative 4. Plus a negative 7, that'll be minus 7. A to the negative 1 over a. Minus a negative 4 fifths, that'll be plus 4 fifths a to the negative 2, the 4 would go on top, the 5 on the bottom, a squared.